overall thoughts about the game. I know the first, pair of times you played Cortland, it was tight. What do you think was the biggest difference in tonight's game?
I think her number was 25. I think her number was 25. That would be the biggest difference in the game today. She didn't play against us the last 2 times. And she had 17. I think we lost by about that, right? I mean, maybe it was over 20, but I'm pretty sure most of the game it was around 16 points. So I would say it'd be 25.
And Olivia, how tough is it when you have a shooter like that defensively, just kind of limit, a good team like Cortland with the addition of a shooter like Fiona?
Yeah, it's tough because you have the players you're focused on. You know they're gonna shoot those shots, and then when someone comes off the bench and can do just the same, it does make it a little tough to adjust sometimes. And if you can't adjust, then it's hard when they start hitting shots.
Yeah, and Coach, heading into the game, what were the matchups that you liked that you think you could have taken advantage of, just the matchup going in, heading into this game?
Well, let's see. Olivia Dobrovosky played, she got to play 22 minutes. I'd say most of them happened in the second half. Without her in the game, she's our best defender. And she's our leading scorer. So when we had to put her on the bench because of fouls, they didn't even call any fouls, and they called only fouls on her, made it really, really hard for us to, just get a flow going, because a lot of it goes defensively and offensively went through her. So that made it a little bit of a challenge. I don't know necessarily, she wasn't guarding Fiona, so that didn't have anything to do with it, but when she had to go out of the game, we had to make adjustments and bring other players in to kind of, and so unfortunately, then I think Fiona found herself. And there were several of them. She had 5 threes, I think.
Yeah.
I would say probably 3 of the 5 were guarded. It wasn't even she made shots with somebody on her. So. And
then overall, though, besides the hot shooting, do you feel like you guys did enough defensively? I think Naya had 8 points. Emily still had 20, but overall, how would you rate the defensive performance against Cortland?
Well, I would say number 5 had 20. If you go back and look, she had 15, I think, against us in the first game, and I'm not sure what she had in the second game, but I'm pretty sure that it was under. I don't think she hit double figures in the second game, and we did a much better job on her. I think with Olivia not in the game, it meant that, I had to bring a freshman in to guard her. That's a lot different than, an upperclassman guarding her, right? She's stronger, faster, capable of being able to rebound the ball. I'm pretty sure how many rebounds she had, because I think she had 5. Most of them were defensively, but, I feel like she really, she came right out, I think, and made 2 threes right out of the get-go. Right from the beginning of the game, she just hit 2 threes. So she was feeling it, and they were deep. Both of those threes that she hit were not close to the line at all. She was ready to play. And one of the things I always say is seniors win games. In the tournament, seniors win games. And they have a lot of seniors. Personally, I feel like they should win. New Paltz should win. They have seniors. This group of seniors for Cortland's been playing together since they were freshmen. They went to the NCAA tournament as freshmen. They should win. We were coming in, I felt really good about our energy. I felt really good about what the team had done, even in the last game and on the weekend. I felt good about our energy and what we defensively had done with them in the past. So, I'd go to battle with my team any day. They're amazing, and I'm fortunate to have them around me.
And Jenna, just talking about the season, your top 3 team played like it all year round, got yourself to this point. Just reflecting back on this year, what kind of experience did you have with this group?
It's not all the time you get to play basketball with not only your teammates but your best friends, and I think that's kind of what we have here. Everyone has each other's backs. We can go to each other for anything. So that's not even basketball-wise, because that's just off the court. We really have that bond and that trust and that friendship, and putting that on the court takes you to a whole nother level. It was the best team I've ever been a part of, the best team I've ever played on. I think the grit and the defense and the hours of work and getting in the gym when it's not practice time and getting shots up and having leaders like Olivia that are always in the gym and always want more for you, that just motivates the younger girls to do that. And that's something that we hope to bring next year as well, and bring that grit and bring that grind and get in there and just play. And I think that we have a really special team, and it's unfortunate that we couldn't bring it today and show that we're supposed to be here, but I think everyone knows that we're the top 3. I don't think teams want to play us, and yeah, I think it's definitely something we got to bring into next year, the same energy.
Yeah, the same question. What kind of foundation have you guys set this year as a group?
Well, I think just stemming from last year, like we were a young team coming off the COVID year, and we still made it. We made it just where we were today, and I think we really just stepped it up starting from the beginning, like with our preseason. We were just in it to win it. We knew we could get here even as young as we were last year. So we came knowing we were more experienced than that. We came knowing, even like I said, without that experience we could make it to the top 4. And so that was our energy from day one. And we just grew every day from that, every day. Going to the gym early, asking our teammates to come to the gym early, shooting with everybody, just the extra work that we didn't have as much last year, we really brought this year, which brought us to where we were again.
And Coach, just final thoughts, just especially what these two brought to the program, and final thoughts on today and this season.
Well, last year we returned everybody, right? So last year we had a grind. We were 500, just over 500 to be able to get to this point, and they just had they were on a mission. They wanted more for themselves. Really proud of the 6 women that, I mean, I had one young lady who, came back from working to come back and play her COVID year, and it took her probably till January before she really started playing at her peak, getting back to where she was playing. So for her to make that commitment to come back to the team and, go to school again, just so that she could take part in what we're doing, says a lot about the women and the program, says a lot about the program, that she was willing to do that after working for a year. I have a young lady who plays 2 sports and, and has made a commitment and played her 5th year. She just works hard, I think she demonstrates energy and what we need. And then there's the other group, the other 3 that are actually seniors who went through a really challenging time with the whole COVID, I mean, they came in as freshmen. We had a 500 season, which we were coming off a 20-win season, and we had 2 really disappointing, like not disappointing, but really difficult injuries that put us, the top 2 all-conference players were trying to get injured. And so we have, they come in there, it's a 500 year, and then there's COVID, and they stuck it out. Like those 3 women stuck with the program, stuck and believed that we could get back or, get somewhere. And so having 2 500 seasons and then being here says a lot about the character of the people that I'm working with. It says a lot about the character of the women in the junior class who were freshmen, and we got sent home, 700 people got sick, and we went home for a semester as freshmen. That's what Jenna was, and she didn't know me. She easily could have said, you know what, I'm going to stay on Long Island, I'm going to go somewhere else, and she stuck with it, and thank goodness. Last year was hard. We lost a lot of games, but they believed, and that says a lot about the program in itself. I feel like the entire message is about character and being yourself and growing, not just on the basketball court, but in the classroom, which demonstrates. And we had 2 women receive nearly 20. I mean, it just says what this kind of group is. They're all about being their best selves, and I know they're going to be great women, which is my mantra, right? Like, is to grow strong, confident women. That's what I'm trying to do, is just grow strong, confident women through the game of basketball, and hopefully have women come and believe that that's what they can do when they're here.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.